Hey, how you doing? David Taub here with Epic Guitar Instruction. Hope all is going well, and I hope your guitar and musical journeys are going famously. Today we're going to do an acoustic rendition of Black Hole Sun by Soundgarden. Just an amazing song. This is from Soundgarden's fourth studio record, Super Unknown. We're going to do this version on one guitar, and the big thing is this is in drop D tuning. Right? So what you want to do is tune your low E string down one whole step to D. So low to high, D, A, D, G, B, E. And before we get rocking, if you could do me a quick favor, please subscribe to the channel. You know, subscribing to the channel, that helps us to keep bringing the content, as well as then you'll be notified when we have new lessons up. And I have a lot of killer lessons coming up down the pipe, so you don't want to miss those. So please subscribe. Also, leave a comment below. Let us know how you like this lesson. Let us know what lessons you'd like to see coming up in the future. And if you like the video, please click the like button. Give it a thumbs up, share it, and thank you so much for your support. The song starts with the intro, which is basically a piece of the verse section. Let me play the intro first, and then we'll go in on a tight shot. Goes into verse 1, in my eyes, indisposed. Now, you're going to have to bar a lot with one finger across the top four strings, and a lot of this arpeggiation is straight down the strings and straight up. A couple little variations, but so for the intro, let's start with that. Now, this is a piece of the verse. The first thing you want to do is bar across the 5th fret, and you're going to play low E, which is now tuned to D, and go straight down to the G string and come right back up. Think of this in like 6 sections. Here's the first one. Straight down and up. Then add your pinky and then take it from the low E straight down to the G again. Right? So here's together. Do it slow. Okay, now move to the 3rd fret. This is the 3rd one. Bar again across these bottom 4 strings at the 3rd fret. Okay, and then you're going to add, for the G string, you're going to add, I use my pinky on that 5th fret. So it's 3rd fret, 3rd fret, 3rd fret, and then your pinky, and then straight up. Now when you get up to the top, low D string. So that one is. Okay, and then shift down a half step and do the exact same thing, but now you're at the 2nd fret. And again, grab your pinky 2 frets above that. This time we'll be at the 4th fret. Right? And then last one, low D string. Now, 1st fret, go to the next one, which is our 5th, 5 out of 6. This one, you're just going to hold that 1st fret bar, the low 4 strings again, straight down and straight up. Right? You could see that with my right hand. Here's a little trick. If you need a little extra strength, take your 2nd finger and push right on top of the 1st finger. I do that too, especially on acoustic. If this is really hard for you, to try it on electric first. It'll be easier, right? But you could use that 2nd finger to also push down on that 1st finger. And then the last one for the intro, you're gonna play the 7th chord. What it is open low D, 3rd fret on the A string, open D, 2nd fret on the G string. That's the intro. Here it is slow. Then in my eyes, the 1st verse starts. Now the 1st verse, in my eyes, indisposed, it's the same as the 2nd verse, which is stuttering, cold and damp. You do those same 6 parts or 6 chords, and he adds 2 on the end of it. And the 2 he adds are this one. Okay, so that is 5th fret bar with your 1st finger, and you go down just 3 strings, the low 3, then come up. This is where he skips the strings, and come up to that low D string at the 5th fret. Then move to the 3rd fret, and then you bar the 3rd fret on the low E string, 5th fret A and D string with your 3rd finger, and then back to that 3rd fret. So far. And then then the last part is you just take that 3rd fret bar with that first finger and slide it up to the 6th fret, and you're playing that right down the bottom 3 strings. So that part, that added part, and then I'll play the whole thing for the verses, is this. And in the verses, you're going to play that progression 2 times through. And it's important with all these chords too that you let the notes ring into each other, and that's going to be a little bit of a challenge because you might be loosening up your grip as you're going to the next one, and it's going to mute out those notes. You want to kind of all bleeding into each other. And the one other thing he does differently in the verse is when he gets to the 6th chord, what I'll do is instead of like in the intro you just played the down, 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 you have to come up. So just straight down. So here are the verses. I'll do it slow for you. It sounds like this. Basically it goes the intro, verse 1, and then into the chorus. Now the chorus is the Black Hole Sun, Won't You Come. Same chord fingerings in a little different order. So let me play the chorus for you. Chorus 1. Chorus 2 is a little bit longer. I'll just play the first chorus for you. And this is where it goes, Black Hole Sun, Won't You Come. So in the chorus, like I was saying, it's a lot of the same chords you've already played, movements. You start off with that first finger bar at the 1st fret, straight up and down. Then, you do the open 3rd, open 2nd fret, back and forth. Then you do that little move that we did in the verse at the 5th fret. Now it changes. Here you're going to go to this B flat major chord, but you're going to go 1st fret on the A, and then straight down again, 3rd fret on the D, G, B, and then back up, G, and I'm sorry, B, G and D string, then open, low E, and back to that 1st fret again, and to the 03, 02, right? And then you're going to play this. Okay, so what you're going to do there is you're going to form this C sus4 chord, playing all 5 strings, but then take your 1st finger and bring it up so it's also playing that note on the low E string at the 3rd fret. So that's kind of like a C sus4 over F, because with the tuning that note's an F note, so you get this. And then you go from that to a D. And with that D, open D, you can play all the strings because we got low D. And the strum I do there is down, up, down, up. I'm gonna do a lot with that later. Down, up, down on that D. And then it goes into verse 2 right after that shorter chorus. Verse 2, stuttering, cold and damp. Same as verse 1. Let me play that chorus part for you, first chorus really slow. So you already have a lot of the song down. You can see a lot of the movements are the same ones, kind of repeated over or in a little different order. And if you're having some trouble, barring some of these chords, because it's a little tricky on the acoustic, or you're having trouble with bar chords in general, I could really help you with that. Click on that link in the YouTube description box below. I'll send you a killer lesson I have on essential bar chord playing and changing techniques. So much is about that technique and the finger positioning and whatnot. I could really help you with that. Get your bar chords really blasted to the next level. I'll pair it with an ebook that has more lessons, more exercises in it. The video lesson is not on YouTube. It's extended play, and it's packed with exercises too. I'll send them both to you. Just click on that link below. You have that intro right into verse 1, which you play the progression twice, into the chorus where you end on that D chord, right? And then it goes right back into verse 2. Right? And that verse 2 is stuttering, cold and damp. And verse 2 after that goes into your second chorus, Black Hole Sun, Won't You Come. Now the choruses from now on are longer because he plays that Black Hole Sun, Won't You Come again. Here's the second chorus. It'll sound like this. Won't You Come? And then it goes into the bridge section. So that second chorus, basically you play the exact same thing as you did the first chorus, and then when it gets to the chords where you're strumming, this time you do that C sus4 over F, same as before, but on the D chord. This time you could do the same strum, down, up, down, up. All right, so you got. Then you go back into the chorus again, and you just play the first 6 parts where it's this one, to that B flat, first fret, and then it goes into the bridge section. And that bridge section, we're going to strum Black Hole Sun, Black Hole Sun. The progression is he plays that C sus4 over F, then take that chord and move it back a whole step. So it's kind of like that a B flat sus4, but you're adding this E flat note because we're in D to drop D tuning. You play all 6, you get that, and then the D chord. And you could use the same strum pattern for each. Down, up, up, change, down, up, down, up, down, up. Four times. Then it goes into a little riff solo. So the little solo riff guitar is really cool. Let me play it for you. He plays the riff 4 times before going into the last couple chords. It'll sound like this. And then it goes from there into verse 3, which is a shortened verse. All right, let me play this part. And if it sounds a little weird, it's because it's in 9/8 time. But you don't have to worry about that as much as you do kind of the feel. So it's 3rd fret A string, 2nd fret A string, open A string, and then you slide. And the slide is fast from the 2nd to the 3rd fret. So you get this so far. And then 5th fret, 4th fret on the low D string. So it's 5th fret, 4th fret on the low D. Now, bar with your first finger the low 3 strings, E, A, and D, and you're going to play them twice, strum them twice. All right, then add your 3rd finger. I use my 3rd finger. I guess you could use your pinky if you want. I use my 3rd finger, and you're going to add it as you're holding down all 6 strings with that 3rd on that 3rd fret. Add the G string at the 4th fret. So you get that chord. It's kind of a D minor 13 over F, I guess you can call that. All right, and what you're going to play when you hit that chord is you're going to play it like this. Down, down, up, down, up. All right, here's the riff slow. And then the last time, after you do that 4 times, I play the open low E, low D, and A, and then 3rd fret at the E, A, and D, like you did before, and then slide that up to the 5th fret, and then hit that again and let it ring. So one time the whole thing slow. And you let that ring out. Now that's going to go into verse 3. Hang my head, drown my feet, which is a shortened verse. Let me play that verse for you. It's just basically the first 4 chords. So you play at the 5th fret, down and up, then add your pinky on the 8th fret, that second one, right? And then to the 3rd fret, grab that 5th fret with your pinky, and up, open low D, and then the last one, you just hit those 4. So 2nd fret, right, on that E, A, low D, A, and D strings, and your pinky on the 4th fret, and you let that ring. Here's what that last shortened verse sounds like. Black Hole Sun. So what happens then, it goes back into a chorus, and you play that chorus same as the 2nd chorus, where you do the strumming on the bow. Right? Won't you come, won't you come? And then he goes into the bridge, so you repeat the bridge. And there's a lot of different versions of him playing this acoustically. He repeats that bridge like 8 times. Black Hole Sun, you know, Black Hole Sun. Now, in one version, a popular version where he's playing it, he ends it like this. And he just ends it after hitting that B flat chord, and he kind of chucks the strings. The way that I would end the song, I would end it more like the studio version, like this. I'm not going to play this 8 times, but if I just do it a couple. Okay, that's how I would end it, where I go to that D, then you play that riff, like in the solo, and then you slide from 3rd to 5th, and you hit it again, and you just let it ring. And that's how I would end it. So just to show you how you can connect these parts, I'll play the long chorus, like chorus 2, and I'll do it into the bridge, and then I'll do that little solo section and come out and just do a little piece of the next verse. Just so you can see how they attach. It'll sound like this. Right from the Black Hole Sun, Won't You Come? Hope you enjoyed that lesson. Such a fun one to play. Killer song. Don't forget, subscribe to the channel. Got lots of killer stuff coming up. I don't want you to miss any of it, so you'll be notified if you subscribe, as well as that helps us when you subscribe, helps us to keep the content coming. Don't forget, click also on that link in the YouTube description box below, because I could send you then my free video lesson and ebook on essential bar chord playing and changing techniques. Really get your bar chords blasted to the next level. Just click on that below. And also, if you get a second, check out my new record. I dropped a new record with my original band Mind Cell. We're based out of San Diego, California. It's a slamming record. I'm really excited about it. Some of the best music I think that I've ever written. Check it out. It's streaming on all the platforms. I'll put links to all that in the YouTube description box below. And if you have any questions on the songs, or maybe on the gear I used, or the studio techniques, or the recording, drop me a line. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks so much for your support over the years and years. Thanks so much for tuning into this video. So appreciate it. Keep up all that hard work on those guitars. And remember, your guitar playing is an evolution. So enjoy the journey, take care, and keep on rocking. We'll see you in the next lesson.